Namaste. A warm welcome to you. I'm so happy that you're here today, that you found your way to this video and to my channel. So much gratitude to you for being here. Today is day 4 of the Chakra Yoga Immersion happening on my channel and the channel of my beloved friends and my favorite yoga teachers. So if you have been enjoying this immersion and you're on day 4, you've been moving along through it, thank you so much. If you're just hearing about this immersion, then please know that we have a whole playlist curated for you, and I'll include the link below in the description for you to sign up if you haven't already. We began with day 1, Yoga for the Root Chakra on Ali Boothride's channel, and then we were guided by Tina Kivenin in a Water Element Yoga Nidra. Kristen Rose guided yesterday a yoga for the sacral chakra. So just moving right along, today we land in the heart, the physical area of the chest, upper back, shoulders, and in the energetic anatomy, a beautiful space of wisdom, of love and light, compassion. So we'll dive right in. And before we get started, I just want to check in about a couple of props. If you don't have these at home, please don't worry. You might have a couple of blocks and perhaps a bolster. But again, if you don't have those available, that is okay, and we can take other options for the posture that we might use these for. So for now, we can just set those aside if you do have them available. And let's start from a comfortable seat. Maybe you have a pillow handy or a folded blanket. And you can get yourself comfortable. Crossing through the legs or extending through one or both of your legs, really just landing in whatever expression of the seat feels supportive for you, feels good in your body today, and allows you to open up to some nice, relaxed breaths. Cultivating a sense of spaciousness, one of the themes of the heart center, the Anahata Chakra. Space and openness. You might begin to notice here the way the sits bones root down toward the earth. And from this sense of rootedness, this foundational quality, the spine grows tall. It's like the stem of a flower. And this lengthening and expansion upward can be felt all of the way toward the crown of the head. Crown of the head drawing up toward the sky. And as you are finding this length, this openness and spaciousness, notice your breath. At first, just noticing the natural rhythm of your breath, the organic flow. Observing as it's already happening, tuning into this activity. You might notice the movement of the breath within your body. and the movement of your body around each breath. Now the element associated with the heart chakra is the element of air. Can you sense at the top of the inhale the presence of air within your body? So you're filling your lungs in a way that feels comfortable. Sense the presence of air entering, filling up, and then leaving your body. And the way the body expands and contracts, dances around each breath. Feel yourself beginning to relax at your very own pace. There's no rush. There's no finish line. Maintaining a tone, a lens, just as best as you can of self-love, acceptance, compassion, and a freedom from judgment. If the mind is busy, that's okay. Bring your focus back to the breath again and again. Simply observing the breath is enough. You here exactly as you are. That is enough. You are enough. And as you're following the breath, inhale to exhale to inhale again. Begin to notice as the breath leaves the nostrils and as it enters there, you might sense the touch of air around the face. And any other exposed parts of the body, the skin. Can you sense the temperature, the texture of the air on the skin? Just being with the presence of air all around you and the sense of touch, which connects us with the heart. Continuing to breathe in a relaxed, natural way. And then imagine that through the skin, as if through your pores, you could breathe in and out. As if you could breathe in and out with the whole body. You might sense as the breath deepens and as your connection to the breath becomes more intimate. As if you could be absorbed by this happening, this beautiful happening of each breath. And we'll take just a few more breaths here in stillness. arriving here in your practice for Anahata Chakra. Knowing that if at any point through your practice the mind wanders, the breath is here for you, an anchor to the present moment and to this time of self-love and care. Beautiful. And let's take a breath in as the arms sweep out and up toward the sky. Exhale, draw your hands together and down. Drawing them down toward the heart center. Inhale, reach the hands up together. You might lift the gaze. Exhale, tracing the shape of the sun around you. The sun, the moon, the earth around you. Inhale, reaching out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And we'll do that again. Now the next time that your hands land at your heart center, let's pause. Good. Now you might drop the chin down and take a soft gaze at the hands as we explore Padme Mudra, Padme meaning lotus in Sanskrit. Keeping the pinkies connected, the thumbs as well, heels of the palms. Can you open away from each other, just the ring, middle, and index finger? And you might notice that this looks a little bit like a lotus or like a bouquet here. Pausing for a moment with Padme Mudra, the mudra of the heart center. The lotus, a symbol of the transformation that comes as we move through the chakra system. A symbol of growing through challenges, the murky waters, the lotus blooms in the sunlight, a beautiful bloom. Now, let's take a deep breath in through the nose, out of the mouth. Then inhaling here as you reach your lotus up toward the sky above. Exhale, arms sweeping out and down, and as you go, you can roll your wrists. You might wiggle your fingers like flower petals falling. Beautiful, and just pausing with your arms relaxed. Take a deep breath in as the shoulders reach forward and up toward the ears. Exhale, draw the shoulders back and down. Breathing in, shoulders hug forward, then lift up gently. Breathing out, the shoulder blades draw toward the spine. Send them downward. One more time. Wonderful. At the end of your exhale, breathe in. Shoulders sweep out and upward. Interlace your fingers and press your palms up toward the sky. Exhale, press down through the sits bones. Inhale, press up through the palms. You can also lift knuckles if that feels better. Let's exhale, draw palms or knuckles forward. You can tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, round your back. Breathing in, sweep your arms back up again. Lift the heart as you press down through sits bones. Exhale, palms forward, navel draws in, rounding through the back, opening through the back of the heart. Inhale, lift the front of the heart up toward the sky. Once more. Wonderful. Now the hands draw toward the back of the head. Take a rest anytime that you need to. This can be tiring for the arms and shoulders, so you may lower them anytime. And if it's comfortable here, you can press the hands into press the head into the hands like you're lounging in a hammock or something like that. Good. Now let's inhale. The hands lift back upward, extending them up toward the sky. Exhale, draw the hands to the back of the head. Open the elbows. Press the head into the hands. Lift the heart. Breathing in, lengthening, stretching out. Breathing out. Engage the core slightly. Gentle, gentle back bend. And again, one more time. Inhale. Exhale. And before you release the arms down, let's start to open the fingers, drawing the hands along to the neck and shoulders. And you can start to give yourself a gentle massage here. Another theme of the heart center is the practice of metta, loving kindness, knowing that you deserve to be the center of your own kind, loving energy, your own metta. You might rake your fingertips along your neck or down toward the base. You can take opposite hand to across to your shoulder, massage the shoulder. And on the other side. So really take as much time as you need or as you would love to, whatever you feel called to explore. Stay with the breath as if you are energizing the heart center with each inhale. And on the exhale, that energy is just pouring into your hands and you're offering it up to the neck, the shoulders. You might massage the hinges of the jaw, the temples, even into the brow line, the forehead. Anywhere that is needed. You could even take your hands, rub them together so the energy coursing through the arms into the hands for your own healing. And once you feel that the hands are warmed by this energy, the warmth of your heart, you might take the hands, say, to a knee or a hip, a shoulder, your heart, your mind, wherever it is needed the most. And without thinking about this too much, can you just feel your way to that space? Allowing your hands to rest wherever it is that your intuition guides you. We'll take 3 breaths here. One more deep breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful. Fluttering open through the eyes. You can wiggle the fingers, shake the hands. Let's extend through the legs. Give the legs a pitter-patter and a shake. Windshield wipering through the feet, maybe through the knees. You might bend the legs. Lovely. And for this next flow, I like to take the prop away from the bum. You might prefer to keep it there. You might even place it underneath your knees. Lifting the toes gently. Let's inhale, reach the arms out and up toward the sky. Exhale, slowly folding forward and down. Breathing in, arms sweep out and upward, lifting yourself back up. And breathing out to fold and soften. Again. Now one last time. And let's pause together. Of course, this is optional. If you prefer to stay in the flow with your breath, please feel free, feel welcome. And you might pause and find just a micro flow, something so subtle. So as you're here in Paschimottanasana, you could inhale, sense yourself lengthening through the spine. And exhale to feel yourself hinging from the hips to soften, maybe a little bit further forward, but it might feel more like an energetic release or just a subtle release, relaxation. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale to soften. One more time, as if a wave is rolling up the back. Then melting forward as you exhale. Breathing in and slowly lifting yourself upward. Wonderful. And you might notice just how relaxed you can become when you hold the safe space for yourself, the loving, compassionate space for yourself through your practice. Next, we're going to reach for these props. If you happen to have blocks, maybe 1 or 2 blocks, you can place it on your mat. And one block would look something like this. If you have 2 blocks, you would simply add the second block at the top on its middle level. And then a bolster can come on top here, making a bit of an incline for your body to rest upon. A heart to bed, or supported back bend. So we bring the low back up to the cushion. Remember, this is just optional. You can lay in Shavasana if you don't have these props available. You might extend through the legs, or you can keep them bent if that feels best for your low back. And then taking the pillow beneath your head. So reaching for a pillow or folded blanket. Shifting, finding some micro movements to support yourself in getting settled. The shoulders drawing down and back. The arms resting on the earth. Backs of the hands, forearms. Checking in with the low back. If you need to tilt the pelvis a little bit to promote comfort, please shift by drawing the tailbone toward the feet slightly, even bending the knees if you need to. And sensing your breath. An awareness of the breath in the heart space here. And this posture so tenderly opens the physical heart space. Very slowly, gently. And you may just notice how it feels to breathe and live with this space open. A sense of joy, perhaps, freedom, awe, peace, and love. Give your entire being permission to relax. Integrating whatever might be coming up for you after this practice. Or at this point in the immersion, yoga for the subtle body. Remembering that you are always welcome in your practice, on your mat, as you are. Whatever might be with you. And the practice is here to support you on your way. And now you may continue to rest here for a little while longer. Please stay for as long as you would like in this supported back bend or in your Shavasana. And just when the time is right for you, you could wiggle your fingers, your toes. Rock your knees from side to side, bending through the legs. You might turn your head away from the knees as you rock. So knees drawing one way, gaze the other. So perhaps you're still resting, but if you are in transition and the knees are rocking, you could let them draw toward one side, catching yourself with your arm there, and slowly rising up to a seat. In the closing of this practice together, even if you're resting back, can you bring your awareness to your heart center? If you're seated, you may bring the hands palm to palm in Anjali Mudra, or perhaps into Padme Mudra once again. The mudra of the lotus, mudra of the heart. You might imagine that you've gifted yourself a bouquet of flowers. Just as you've gifted yourself this practice, and take a moment to offer yourself gratitude for making and taking the time just for you today and through this immersion. And let's rest one hand on the heart now and the other hand gently on top, bowing the chin toward the chest. The light within me bows to and honors the light that shines inside of you. Namaste. And thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. Day 4 of the yoga immersion. Yoga for the chakras, for the subtle body. We at the School of Living Yoga, the faculty, Ali Boothroyd, Tina Kivenin, Kristen Rose, and I are so grateful that you are here, and we hope that you're enjoying this session so far. Know that if you are curious about learning more about the chakra system, enrollment for the 200-hour Embodied Wisdom online yoga teacher training is now open. It's open, and we begin in just a month or so near the autumnal equinox. So this is the time, if you have been wondering about when to take your yoga teacher training or if an online program is right for you, the answer is now and yes. I will put a link to testimonials from last year's group of trainees, and the transformation was incredible. So many shining faces to look upon, and you can hear the words from them, from the students that have been through the training themselves. And do be in touch if you have any questions at all. So like I said, this is a chakra themed training. So we'll move through the chakras over the course of 9 months. So there's 2 months that are devoted to your practice teaching and things like that. And it's just such a loving community to be a part of, a global community. And we hope that you will consider being a part of it. Please be in touch with any questions. You can leave them in the comments below. And we hope that you will be in touch soon, and maybe we'll see you in September in some of the live calls and the teacher training. And I will also leave links below to some of the other heart chakra themed practices that I have available for you. So do be sure to check out the description, find the link to sign up for the immersion if you haven't already, and take a peek at the Embodied Wisdom application process. You won't regret it. If you love yoga, if you love learning about the energetic anatomy, it's the perfect fit for you. So be well, and I will look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.